Uh,
Yeah.
is it fine if I go with four? Uh,
Sure, if Vihan is okay with going against. Again, debates aren't really about your own personal opinions. It's
Yeah, sure. I'm okay with going.
okay, so I'll give you guys 10 minutes to sort of research about the topic. So at 10:20, I'll remind you guys to come back. Okay? Stay in the call though.
okay.
Okay? Good luck.
Okay, what exactly was the topic again?
I've written here, space exploration should be defunded, as in you should stop funding it. So if you're speaking, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I'll just come in a second.
Anushka, how long should this be? Have you kept any?
Right, yes. So your first speeches shouldn't be longer than 5 minutes, and then the rebuttal will be 3 minutes each. Okay?
I don't think that it's possible to write such a big
Yeah,
debate
actually
in
5
10
minutes.
minutes.
No, I'm saying maximum 5 minutes. So you can do a short one as well. That's complete. I recommend like since obviously it's just 10 minutes, a 1-2 minute speech, just like major points, because we're doing a drill. So I'm saying maximum you can talk for 5 minutes. So it doesn't have to be 5 minutes, obviously, but in usual debates, maximum you can speak 5 minutes, you know? So I think two
Okay.
minutes should be fine. As long as your points are fine, it doesn't really matter, you know?
Okay, thanks.
How much time do we have left?
You have 3 minutes, but you know what? I'll give you like till 25, 10:25, okay? So take your time,
Okay.
okay?
Okay, we are supposed to write the rebuttals after the first speech, right?
Yeah, after you hear the first speeches, based on their points, you will write the rebuttal.
Okay, then I'm done.
All right. How about you, Vihan?
Yeah, even I'm done.
All right. So we'll start with the proposition. I'll start a timer. Oh, also, Anmol, I'll require you to turn on your camera. And both of you should, since this is a debate, I'll require you both to keep your mics on throughout the debate and follow basic debate ethics throughout the meeting. Okay? Also, this meeting is being recorded. So to all of you who've joined, I hope you're okay with like this being posted on maybe YouTube or Instagram. Okay? So let's get started. We'll start with the proposition. I'm going to start a timer for 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure it won't be 5 minutes since, yeah, but I'll start. Okay, you can start when you're ready.
So, good evening, guys. Good evening, guys. My name is Anmol, and I will be talking for the topic of the house, that is space exploration should be defunded. So, although space exploration, I'm very sorry, although space explorations are a crucial part for scientific development, it has never benefited the life of the common man or even made an impact. Millions of dollars that could help the needy are being spent on space missions that often lead to failures. These failures result in expensive equipment flying through space like junk or falling in the sea, becoming home to fishes. And the missions that do succeed, they don't find anything that helps life on Earth. Right now, every country's main focus should be to end poverty and global warming, not find a rare element a trillion light years away. I suggest that we cut down on the budget as much as we can, because no one will care about life on another planet if they're dying on this one.
That was really great.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we'll have the opposition speech.
Hi, my name is Vihan. I am against the topic that space exploration should be defunded. So, space exploration is a really crucial part of our future. It can provide an alternative living than us onto Earth. As the speaker for the topic mentioned, that we should focus on reducing poverty and fixing global warming. However, if you look at the statistics for the budgets, a lot of the budget of space exploration is below 1% of the total budget assigned to a specific country. The military budget of a country is much larger than that. So space exploration can actually provide a lot of help towards long-term solutions instead of short-term solutions. And if you are really looking to cut down on budget, maybe you should look at other options as well. As you mentioned, that a lot of the missions are also failures. Which the same thing can be said about a lot of innovations that we have made in the past. Such as a lot of innovations we have made in the past. A lot of them had failed before the correct one was created. If you look at examples such as the light bulb, they took a lot of testing, trial, error, and a lot of money to create. Same thing can be said about space. Even if you're failing in such missions, the money that has gone towards this will eventually help us find an alternative living to Earth, and maybe also explore other options that can help us on Earth itself, such as lunar material and materials on Mars, as well as water on such planets that have been found. Yeah, thank you.
That was great. So now we'll move on to the next part of the debate, which is rebuttal. So proposition, if you have a reply. This is the second.
Okay, can I get just 2 minutes to confirm something?
Sure.
Okay, it's just gonna be a minute.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. You can start when you're.
Okay, so first point that my opposition mentioned was an alternative living. So I would like to say that we won't need an alternative living if we focus right now on repairing our planet, then finding another one. And even if we do, there are 1,000 possibilities of it going wrong. And till now, science has never found a planet even remotely close to Earth. There is always ups and downs. And secondly, you said that countries don't spend that much on space resources. You said that the military budget is more than that of the space budget, but I would clearly disagree on that. There are only a few countries, such as America and China, who have the biggest militaries that have a more budget for military than that of space. If we take an example of our own country, India gives 6.21 lakhs for a military budget, but 13.42 crores for space budget. And I think that's a pretty big jump. So yeah, I would clearly disagree with you on that point. And first, inventions were done by one person and it did not affect another. For example, like you said, the bulb. So one man, one scientist devoted his life to making the bulb, and it wasn't that he was taking the resources from a poor man and then spending it into trying 1,000 times to find the right ligament for the bulb. In this case, countries push their budget towards space so that they can become the first country to step on Mars or to find water on the moon when the people of their country are dying of hunger, of famine, of drought. And lastly, you said lunar material and material on Mars. Do you really think that such materials will be available to the common man, or they will be sold for millions and trillions to billionaires who can afford it? And even then it will be that the richer will become richer and the poorer will get poorer. So that's it for my rebuttal.
That was great. Vihan, now we'll have your rebuttal.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to start off this rebuttal with actually correcting one of your points. As you mentioned that the space budget is more than the military budget. However, if you look at the economy for both of those, uh, like if you look at the economy for both of them, the space sector around the world spends a total about $92 billion on space. However, all the countries, they spend a combined total of 2.1 trillion for militaries that are only used to protect themselves from other countries. So there are a million different ways you can stop this and you can reduce the military budget, and you don't only have to reduce the space budget. Also, as you mentioned, that a lot of countries are wanting to be the first on such planets. However, that the case of that is true. Competition will encourage those countries to find new ways to inhabit um, like the moon and the Mars. NASA itself said that if there were funding cuts for it, then one of their projects, Artemis 4, would be massively delayed or maybe even cancelled, which aims to start a lunar space station on the moon. This could further lead to maybe even entire civilization on the moon or on Mars, as you can also see by companies such as SpaceX, which is run by Elon Musk. Yeah, that's it.
That was great. So we're going to finish the debate here. So now I'll give you your feedback before declaring the actual results. Okay. Also is your so for Anmol first. Your I love the way you enunciate. Like you have a very confident prose, like throughout your first speech and your rebuttal. You confidently give your points. Though in the middle there was a slight mistake in the content.
Slip ups.
Yeah, a small slip up. But yeah, if we avoid that a little bit, but overall, you had a promising argument. Also, you had quite a lot of points. However, some more things like maybe from next time. So when you speak of contents, try to add like facts and figures to make them and like sources while speaking to make what you say sound more reliable. Because then your whatever statements you're giving, others are more likely to accept them. Like a common person will accept the statement you're giving more easily. But overall, I think for the short amount of preparation that I gave, it was a really good speech. Now coming to you, Vihan. I would say it was a very well drafted, well thought out speech for your first speech. So you provided your own points while also in your first speech you sort of replied to a few of the points that Anmol had given. However, I recommend to by yourself at least make sure that from next time you give 4 of your own points. So in that way, it's sort of like your own content and then the content that you're sort of not agreeing with from the proposition. Because in the end of the day, you have around 3 minutes for rebuttal where you can disagree with what the proposition said. So if you streamline this part to just all of your points, I think you can get like a lot more across. However, you give really good facts and figures with good sources. So that was really great. Also, again, your confidence while speaking was also really strong, and I love how you enunciated. So both of you were really great in that part. So for today, I'm going to say that the winner is going to be Vihan. But Anmol, you did really great. And I would say it was only for the slight slip up that, like, in the end of the day, you want to make sure you're for your part, you try to give as correct data as possible because then you sort of sound unreliable once you make a slight mistake, right?
I'm really sorry, but what was the slip up?
So when you said the budget for India's budget for military,
No, that is correct.
it's actually 6.21 lakh crores.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you
So
sure?
like yeah, it's like a huge like lakh crores.
it's
So
a huge.
it's a
huge
lot
amount.
more. I had to check it because I sort of got shocked. Yeah. But for this year, it's 6.23 lakh crore. Yeah, so that's just one thing. Everything else was really good. Yeah, and I hope this was fun for you guys. I definitely found your speeches really great. I know it's really late, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for joining. And okay, please join tomorrow's daily debate as well. It won't be me
Yeah.
taking it, but it will be just as interesting, and we'll be doing new drills every day. So it won't be 1v1 every day. So yeah, keep practicing and